Hello, I'm Joyce Harper, Professor of Reproductive Science, and today I'm going to talk to you about Module 2 of the Certificate in Clinical Embryology, which is delivered through the Embryology and PGD Academy. And Module 2 is on cryopreservation of sperm, eggs, embryos and ovarian tissue. But first, let's have a recap of the Certificate in Clinical Embryology. This certificate is a program that we will deliver by distance learning, and we anticipate that embryologists would take about 2 years to complete the full certificate, but it is totally taken in your own time. The certificate is made up of 8 modules, and within each module the lectures are given by world leaders in reproductive science. So to take the full certificate, embryologists would need to take the 8 modules, the multiple choice exam after each module, the logbook, which applies to certain modules which needs to be supervised and signed off, and then finally there is an exit exam which includes a 3,000-word essay, a oral exam and also a practical exam. But as I said, the course is very flexible, so if you're not currently working in an embryology laboratory, you can just take the certificate without the logbook, but it will note this on your final certificate. But the modules are totally flexible and can be taken with or without exams for maybe nurses, very senior embryologists or clinicians who are interested in certain topics. And we're very pleased that the Royal College of Pathologists have now accredited Module 1, and we highly anticipate that they will accredit the rest of the modules. If you wish to apply for the certificate or to take any of the individual modules, then please visit www.embryologycertificate.com. There you will find the application form. If you can download this, complete this and return it with a copy of your CV to the Embryology and PGD Academy email address. Once you are approved, then you can return to embryologycertificate.com and you can enroll, pay for the module you want to take and then take the course. The modules will all be open throughout the year. There is no application date or closing date, so you can take the modules as and when you are ready. So Module 1 is live now, Module 2 is going live very soon, and then early in 2019 the other modules will be live. If you have any inquiries at any time about the certificate or any of the modules, please direct this to the Embryology and PGD Academy email address. So let's look at Module 2, cryopreservation. We really do have the world leaders giving the lectures in this module. We start with Professor Barry Fuller, who is going to talk to us about the principles of cryopreservation. Barry has given his lecture over 2 parts. So part 1, he's going to talk about the principles and then slow freezing, and then move on to talk about vitrification. Then we have Steve Fleming, who's going to explain how we do sperm cryopreservation. And then it's a great pleasure to have Anna Cobo talking about how we freeze eggs. And it's also with great pleasure that we have Laura Rienzi, who's going to talk to us about freezing embryos. And they are all going to give the latest data on the success of freezing eggs, sperm and embryos. And then we have Professor Richard Anderson, who's going to talk to us about ovarian tissue cryopreservation. And then Wael Saab is going to tell us about the frozen thaw cycle. And who else to finish this module talking about freeze-all cycles but Abba Mashawari. So the aims and learning objectives of this module are to educate candidates on the principles of cryopreservation, to discuss the theory of freezing gametes, embryos and ovarian tissue, to understand the clinical aspects of the freeze-thaw cycle, and to understand the rationale of the freeze-all cycle. So we want candidates to understand the theoretical knowledge of the background leading to the optimised use of cryopreservation. We want to assist candidates on building up a foundation of cryopreservation and to build up a knowledge framework on how to freeze gametes and embryos. Now there is a logbook for this module, and in there will be questions that need to be completed and logged for freezing oocytes, freezing sperm and freezing embryos. But if your clinic does not freeze embryos or sperm or eggs, then please let us know and we will obviously make allowances for that. So that's module 2 on cryopreservation of the certificate in clinical embryology. And if you would like to know anything else about the certificate, please either visit www.embryologycertificate.com or email the Embryology and PGD Academy email address. I hope you found that useful and we look forward to seeing you on our modules. Thank you.